I'm Joy, and you can learn more about how I help others in remote sessions at highvibeswithjoy.com. So, in this video, I'm going to channel, but instead of on a certain topic, I'm going to answer questions from viewers from my High Vibes with Joy business page on Facebook. So, I'm going to first of all connect in. Then I'm going to read the question and channel a response. Okay. I would love to connect in to divine source energy for my highest good and the highest good of everyone watching at all times. Welcome in, our dear Joy. Welcome in, persons all around the world. We are delighted with this arrangement. Okay. The first question is from David. I'd like to hear a channeled session since your connection is so strong about what's in store for us as a collective in 2023, particularly those choosing an ascending path with our vibration. For each path is different. Our dear David and others who are joining in to listen. As a collective, you will continue to rise and evolve. It is ongoing. There is nothing special about this year, 2023 in particular. Understand you get what you expect. Set your expectations on a high road. Do not look down on those who cannot see what you can, for each is at their own level of evolvement. This does not make one better than another. Be happy where you are at. Dust yourself off when contrast appears, for it will, all of my dears. They want to reiterate what contrast is. This is where you go into a low vibratory stance. There's often repeated occurrences that are on your path that you will, it's like a spiral tunnel. They're showing me like this. And you will learn these lessons over and over from a different perspective, a different viewpoint. This is part of evolving. This is part of soul development, soul growth. Do not be ashamed when this occurs. It is part of this physical experience. And so you're going to dust yourself off and then raise back up. This is soul growth. You go into a low place and then you rise. This is nothing to be ashamed of. When you're up here, celebrate your triumph. And look within. And most of all, feel appreciation. For this brings about more to feel appreciation about. Do you see? Okay. And next question. This is from Katie. My higher self has spoken to me for a long while off and on. However, lately I do not get actual words. I get a feeling in my knowing, but not direct to my mind. It's an understanding my body gets. Also, head movements, eye moving to one object or another, and a general feel in my body that I have to translate into words from my higher self. We aren't using words to deepen our connection, kind of like if you and someone went on a trip for 2 weeks to get to know one another, but you weren't allowed to communicate with words. It would be tough, but at the end of the 2 weeks, imagine how strong the relationship would be after that. So, my higher self told me my vape was a program. I smoked for 30 years and and quit for a good over a year ago. Also, that business signs, like on the side of the road, were programs, advertising, and such. I would like to find out what the meaning of programs is and how to deprogram oneself. This is great job. This is a great job. You are tuning into your spiritual abilities. This will look different for each. Not everyone is a conduit, a channel, as joy is translating the vibration of divine source. Okay. Programs. This is okay, they're showing like holes in your chest. Okay, so there's a connection in through your heart center into your soul. This is the path, the doorway to your soul. Each has a yearning, a longing to connect into their own soul. Many are not aware of this, and they fill this sensation up with um, self soothing behaviors or low vibratory actions. It is important to go within. When you go within and you connect in with your soul, you are able to recognize what this viewer is, what this viewer's higher self is referring to as programs. This is one descriptor that matches this viewer's vibration, vibratory stance. Okay, so there's no shame or guilt or belittling involved with all things of spiritual nature. It is only guiding you, pushing you up, helping to assist you. That is all. There's nothing to um, hang your head low about in this place. When you are connected into your soul, you are filled with divine love. You are shown your wonderments. It is a hooking up with the natural part of you. So they're showing that you'll be shown a perspective, a point of view that could be a warning if you are partaking in an activity that is not benefiting you, not setting you in a high vibratory stance. This could be shown to you, and you're learning to decipher high vibration and low vibration based on viewpoints. So, okay, so they're showing like signs like that you would see. I'm gonna go back to this question, advertising. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. Okay, so you'll be able to recognize what is in propaganda, what is self-soothing, that is it is more of a barrier to your soul rather than you directly going and hooking into your soul. We're not saying you cannot take part in worldly activities or interests, for you are here to enjoy yourself. But you are learning to decipher what will assist you in maintaining a high vibration and feeling good. And you will be shown and be able to see the contrast where you are low and how this is not the best choice for you and how it makes you feel when you partake upon it. So the word programming or program, they want to reiterate that this word is not universal. So this word was used by this viewer's higher self because this is what matches up with that viewer's vibration. Okay. All right, next question. Okay, this is from Nola. I miss my prophetic dreams, visions. Why have they ceased lately? Is it because I am receiving break from source? Is there a rift? Am I still as trusted as I once was with these truths? Has purpose there shifted? Step back from this situation, clear your mind. You will not lose what you had. There is only a fog covering up what you cannot see that you once did in a clear manner. Oftentimes, the mind can spin around in a loop when we are caught up in our ego mind. We urge each to drop down into your heart center and connect in with your soul for a portion of each day. The consistency of this will bring about a relationship that is easy and it feels good. You are able to commune with However you refer to this, your higher power, your higher self, your soul is like a magnet that broadcasts this feeling of peace or this communing with the divine. Okay, so they recommend consistently sitting quietly. One might call this meditation or quiet time, and set an intention. So have a journal and keep track. So every day, write the date and med- meditation intention and write out what your intention is. So here, I love my prophetic visions. You're connecting in to your higher power and you're setting the intention. So after you sit 10 to 15 minutes and you are allowing this energy transference to occur, you're jotting down anything that comes to you. Understand when you are coming uh, from why does this not occur for me any longer? This is coming from a low vibratory stance, and instead you are going to raise up and say, I love receiving my prophetic visions. You are setting an expectation here, you see? Oh, there was just some beautiful love sent there, support, upliftment. Mm, okay. And the last question. I have an interesting one. So our souls, are always growing and evolving. To what end? I've heard many say that it's to ascend. Oh, and this is from Andrea. And eventually rejoin source. You evolve to a point where you don't have to reincarnate anymore. It's been explained like it's like a reward in some ways. To be able to choose not to reincarnate and be able to just be reabsorbed back into source. Is that even an option? Or are we forever evolving? Thank you. This is a splendid question indeed, and has been the talk of many circles. We would like to enlighten you on this subject at this time. You are always evolving, all of my dears. It is hard to fathom in your physical state the concept we are about to enlighten you upon. You are all an aspect of source, divine source, the Holy One, the Almighty, the Everlasting. We want to differentiate here you from your higher self. You are but a fragment of your higher self in this physical form that you are currently in, that you are observing this video from this body that you are in right now. When you refer to yourself as you, yourself, this is but a fragment of who you truly are. This is rubbish to most who are not spiritually attuned, spiritually awakened. Pay no mind to those that do not respect this frame of thought. You are simply not a vibrational match to these persons. No harm, no foul on either end here. We are each evolving at different rates. They want to do a side note here. Those that are like pushing up against you, and I know this very well in what I do, um, that are trying to debate you or belittle you or tell you you're wrong and you're silly and you're ridiculous, that is actually helping you more than it's hurting you. When they're pushing up against you, it is part of your soul development, soul growth. And sometimes you will go into a low vibration about it. And this is part of why you're here, to raise back up. And that's part of how your soul growth, your soul is refined. Okay. You will not comprehend this in full form in your human state, your physical form. But when you return back into spiritual form, you will understand, you will go back into your full knowingness of this concept. We would like you to imagine that your higher self, remember, you right now are only a smidgen, a fraction of your higher self that is on this soul's mission for evolvement on this earth, this physical plane. Your higher self is a portion of divine source. We know this seems hard to fathom. Divine source is not a man in the sky, all of my dears. This is an energy. It is a group of divine beings. As we expressed in one of Joy's previous posts that she scribed and turned into a post, if you imagine the sun is source, the divine creator, the almighty, the holy one, the everlasting. The rays of the sun that come out do not leave source. They are connected to source. These are the aspects of divine source. Angels, communicating with higher self, deceased loved ones, or all these rays of the sun. This is a representation, illustration, map. So you can put it in your human frame of mind thinking. If this does not sit well with you, that's okay. There will be certain things when you're sitting in your humanness that you cannot gain a full comprehension of, that you will when you return back into spiritual form. Please be okay with this. Part of being a human is living with faith, with trust. Continue to use your soul as a beacon, a magnet to connect in. This is where you will feel peace. You will feel fulfilled. You will receive divine instruction, divine inspiration. Thoughts are floated to you, whether you are in a meditative state, or even as you are going about your day and your mind has like, they're showing like this gap and they're able to fit it in there. So if you can try to be clear minded throughout the day, this will help you to receive. Often, right when people wake up in the morning, they're able to receive pretty well. Write it down because you're going to say, oh, that was just my imagination. Okay, let me look at that again. Did we cover? Yes. We feel complete in these words. Please keep your questions coming. This is a spectacular idea, and we love to educate the public. We are thrilled when you ask a question. This is showing that you are raising up in your vibratory stance. You are stretching. Understand when you are in a high vibration, you are able to receive all of your heart's desires. Um, so they're showing that that is, um, they're showing me like two pillars or columns, that, and then also this feeling of like, what are the words? Clarity, peace of mind, and this healing, physical healing. It affects you on a cellular level. With this, we will bid you farewell. All right. I hope that helps. Keep your questions coming. Thanks for watching.